What's going on, Guardians? It's Tizzle here, and in this video I'm showing a solo clear of the new and improved, or not improved depending on how you look at it, Exodus Crash GM. I am using the same loadout that I used yesterday in the team one. I didn't think I was going to have time to do this, but I decided to put my big project on the back burner and give it a few attempts, and on my first attempt I died on phase 2 of the boss. I was right at the end. So I was like, you know what? I can probably do this, because when I ran it with the team, I was like, okay, this GM's not very bad at all, actually. I don't think so. Not with this build, anyways. The build carries a lot, and that is because there's a lot of overloads, and you can see I don't even have an overload weapon on. But we've got Dragon's Breath, which allows us to deal damage over time while we're dealing damage with other weapons. I've got a Volt Shot Bow from the Salvation's Edge raid, so that's obviously really good, and Volt Shot's excellent on overloads. And then we've got Anti-Barrier Sniper Rifle with the Critical Anomaly with Chaos Reshaped and Chill Clip. So yeah, I did die at the boss, and then I died a few other times, just mostly playing impatiently. I will try to get that death montage up at some point. Might wait till all the GMs are out, I'm not sure. It could be kind of long, I die a lot. But anyways, the reason I wanted to run this back solo was because I was like, wow, this build is really fun and really unique. These two legendary weapons that I'm using are some of my favorites, and Dragon's Breath is also one of my favorite weapons. So yeah, I really just wanted to do a solo GM with this loadout because I thought it was so good for this Nightfall. Like right here, we can two-shot body that Vandal, even though he wasn't looking at us. It's really important to prioritize the snipers in this mission. If you don't, they will kill you. And you have to keep moving here. That ship keeps shooting me. And look at Volt Shot. When we have Volt Shot going, we can one-shot Dregs and Wretches. So that's pretty nice. So unfortunately, this Vandal, he was very hard to see. And then the other one was shooting me. But luckily, the Skiffs aren't shooting me. So we take those guys out, and now we can take these guys out. We proc Volt Shot, and then what we're doing here, we get damage over time, and then I throw out a melee to give me Radiant. And then we cast our Bleak Watcher to keep the overload slowed. And I also have Sniper's Meditation on, so my sniper deals more damage the more shots that I shoot. Yeah, so this build is really, really good at taking out champions. Barriers and overloads don't really stand a chance. And sorry if the gameplay is a little choppy. My computer, I don't know. I might need to get a new one soon. It's just been acting kind of shitty and whatever. But anyways, so here we pop our Song of Flame. Song of Flame is amazing, especially with Solar Surge. You can see how quickly we take out that barrier servitor. We take out the dusk fields, and we still have like half our super left. So then we're going to use this as our cover. And we shoot a Dragon's Breath. So again, Dragon's Breath is absolutely excellent on things like Briggs. So we can get his health down very, very quickly. We pop Prismatic, so we're doing a bit more weapon damage, and we get a bunch of melees. Our melees are unraveling the Brig and giving us Radiant. Plus, like I said, we get the damage boost from Transcendence. So like, look at how hard we're hitting with our Sniper Rifle. Because we have Chaos Reshaped ×2, so that's a 35% damage buff. Chill Clip going, Radiant, just yeah, all kinds of buffs there. So we destroy that Brig very, very easily. Here, we're just trying to move up and get to this little bit of cover. Pop a Rift. And then here, I think, no, thought I was going to showcase Volt Shot there. Instead, I decide to shoot the Hydra, and I am pretty low health, or sorry, I was out of ammo, and then luckily we get a bunch of green bricks to drop, and then we just take out the rest of the ads. So we're running Bleak Watcher and Devour. Devour is so clutch in this build. You'll see in the boss room too, it keeps me alive when I'm running around. So yeah, I don't think I've done a solo GM with this build. It's pretty common, the Getaway Artist build, but I've been using other builds for fun. But this one, it was just too good to pass up because of, like, it's very ad dense, and then also there is just a ton of overloads, like I said. So there we proc Volt Shot on the overload, and then Chill Clip is able to stun him as well. So yeah, like I said, we've got two abilities, sorry, one ability, I guess, the Bleak Watcher, and then our Transcendence Grenades as well, slow. And then we have Volt Shot and Chill Clip that can deal with overloads. So like I said, that's kind of why I wanted to run this. There, I threw my Bleak Watcher out, and then when I popped the Trip Mines, it blew up my Bleak Watcher, so that was unfortunate. So we popped Transcendence, and then here we can just go in on all these enemies. Again, we have Devour, so we never really have to like play slow or back up. It just, like I said, it's super, super clutch. I decided to run up here, not totally sure why. So I get rushed. Pretty lucky that I don't die here, and then I get slowed. I just didn't think there was that many freaking enemies still up. So I played that very, very dumb. But it is what it is. So now we're just going to bait this Marauder away from the barrier servitor. And then we're just going to focus on the barrier servitor now that no enemies are around. So I talk about ad priority a lot. There, I should have just backed up and prioritized all the ads and then deal with the barrier servitor. But I was trying to be quick just to get back to the boss room. Because if I died there, it's like whatever, we're 6 minutes in. But yeah, that wasn't the best gameplay. I, like I said, should have taken out all the other enemies first and then dealt with the barrier. But it is what it is. So then, like I said, here, Bleak Watcher comes in super clutch. Plus, we have the Getaway Artist. So our Arc Souls are also coming in clutch. They're giving us Devour. Then when we have Devour, like, look, we already have a grenade back that we could toss down to try to stun these captains. So we're just going to get the stun and then shoot a Dragon's Breath. And like I said, Dragon's Breath is just so, so good. We proc Radiant with Facet of Dawn and easily take that guy out. Then we're just going to deal with all the other ads. Again, because the overload isn't really our concern, these ads are. Unfortunately, I missed my shot to stun them. But yeah, once all the ads are dead, now we're able to just deal with the captain. Keep them slowed, hit them with the melee to unravel and cause Radiant. Like, yeah, these GM champions are just basically falling over. I know Syntheseps Titan can like one-shot them, but that's like a little out of control. But basically to be able to kill them this easily with this build is also really, really strong. So there we throw a Dragon's Breath into the crowd. I'm getting shot from my right, but I'm pretty sure the damage over time was going to kill the Overload Captain, and it did. So yeah, I knew that guy is there, but I was playing aggressively. That's why I threw the Rift down, and I just wanted to spawn kill that Overload Captain. But you do have to keep an eye on that top right balcony, because those snipers will mess you up. And then if you're on the plate, when those overcharged shanks come, you're not able to move easily, so you could get caught. So that's also something to be aware of. There, a heavy brick dropped. I've got heavy ammo finder on, which is really good because we're getting lots of primary ammo kills with this bow. And then also I have Solar Scavenger on, so that when I pick up a finder brick I get 2, and when I pick up a regular brick I get 3 to 4. So that's really good just to keep my Dragon's Breath ammo reserves up. So again, we're just taking out all the other ads. They pretty much seem to be dead. So here, Chaos Reshaped. I'm not hitting my crits, finally. So Sniper's Meditation ×5 and Chaos Reshaped. I was hitting for almost 50,000 damage there. So that's very, very strong. Then what I like about this room is you can just slow it down and go pick up ammo. And then it doesn't start going again until 50%. So now our hack progress hit 50%. So now the other ads are going to spawn in. But it's really nice when you can like kind of control spawns like that. So again, we've got that guy, but I knew I wanted to play aggressively. I was just waiting for that guy to spawn in. Normally he spawns in the middle though. This time he spawned in on the left. I'm not sure what was up with that. Kind of annoying because like I said, I wanted to kill him right away. So that's why I took fire from that guy up on the balcony, because I was expecting to pop my super before that, but I had to wait a second. So now we got that guy nice and low. We take him out, and now we're not dealing with his like stasis attacks and stuff. So this room becomes much more manageable. You don't have to take him out right away. Sometimes you could also take the barrier servitors, because they will make him immune. That's why I popped my super on him. And again, you can see how good Song of Flame does there. Unfortunately, this guy moved over, which almost cost us, but luckily we were Transcendent. So we have a bit more DR when we're Transcendent. So I felt comfortable pushing there. And then we got the kill. Again, our Transcendence grenade's slow. So I threw one on at the end there. Just to make sure, even if I didn't get the kill, then I could have put in just a bit of chip damage to finish him off. So he is Volt Shotted. I didn't have a melee, that's what I was doing there. But yeah, so he's Volt Shotted, so he's not going to come unstunned as long as I keep dealing damage. And Dragon's Breath is obviously really good for dealing damage over and over. But you could see, normally I get my melee out there and I'm Radiant, so he would have died a bit quicker. But we still get the kill. I like to shoot 2 sniper shots to freeze those servitors, because they will often blink out of your Dragon's Breath shot. Like as soon as you shoot it, they'll blink. So that's why I shot 2 sniper shots and then put it into him. And you can see we just took out a ton of ads with the Dragon's Breath, and then we're back to being Transcendent, or at least our Transcendence meter is full. This build gets crazy uptime on Transcendence because we have the Bleak Watcher dealing chip damage, and then we also have our Strand melees, and then we've got the Stasis Sniper Rifle. So yeah, I really love how much Transcendence you get in this build. It's absolutely crazy. So there again, you can hug that right wall, and then just peek shoot at the shank. I know a barrier servitor is definitely a priority target. That's why I used my last Dragon's Breath shot on it, because I know I have to get it down. So once he's down, now the rest of the stuff is pretty easy to kill just with a super. But I guess I don't want to pop my super here. Oh yeah, I'm waiting on a Bleak Watcher. So we get that out there. Now we go in with our super. And again, you can see Song of Flame is just absolutely crazy. Like, it's so freaking strong, man. I'm sure it'll catch a nerf at some point. Like, the DR on it is crazy. But yeah, you can see we go in, take out the Heavy Shank and the other Servitor. And then I pop a Bleak Watcher just before popping Transcendence, because you can't pop a Bleak Watcher with your Transcendence grenade, which is fine. But when we come out of Transcendence, we will have another grenade charge. That's why I like to pop a Bleak Watcher right before popping Transcendence if possible, as long as my grenade's close to being ready. So this is the last spawn. There's another Taking Captain guy, and then some heavy shanks. And yeah, again, we're just methodically taking everything out as we go. We get our Volt Shot on him. We're proccing our Bleak Watcher whenever we can, because it just deals damage over time, so that's very, very handy. Cast a Rift just to give us a little bit more safety when we deal damage. So normally I'd be able to go in with Dragon's Breath here, but I didn't have any ammo. And then there, I got frozen, which kind of surprised me. But anyways, it happens. So we pop Transcendence, so yeah, basically we're just trying to get him down as quickly as possible. I just say screw it, just gonna use sniper ammo, stay back, use the stairs as cover. And I know I was like taking a lot of damage there, but just the more you play, you know when you're like close to dying or you have to back up. So yeah, even though I was taking a lot of damage, I knew I was safe. I backed up when I had to. Here we're just going to use our sniper to take out the overload just to save on a bit of Dragon's Breath ammo, and because I knew I had special in the ground. And then luckily I had a full brick, so that gave us 3, and then we're on to the next area. So this area you have to kill kind of like 3 priority targets and dunk them. to get the cannon. So pop a Bleak Watcher. Those fanatics will keep pushing up on you like until they get on top of you and explode. So I just throw a little Bleak Watcher down there and that keeps them at bay. And then we deal with the enemies up top. And then over here is Barrier Hobgoblin. Unfortunately, I wasted my Rift on that other part. I would have been better served using it here, but that's okay. You can see we're taking fire from some harpies above us as well, but I want to get the Hobgoblins down first. Not the Barrier Hob, but just the other Hobs. So then again, that Bleak Watcher coming in really clutch on that Fanatic. So now we're going to try to deal some damage to the harpies. I see he's about to put his shield up just based on his health. So we do the Dragon Breath and melee combo so that our Dragon's Breath is dealing 25% more damage and we unravel him with our melee. And then we just finish him off with the Sniper. So yeah, Anti-Barrier Sniper is just so fun. And like I said, I just love this Sniper. I didn't realize, so I had got Chaos Reshaped and Chill Clip on an Adept roll, but I didn't realize that I could change the mag and barrel. So, hold on. So right there, I popped my Arc Soul, and that is so that I'm amplified because I've got Galvanic Armor on, so I get 30% damage resist. So then when I go to dunk, those harpies are dealing damage to me, but I'm going to be taking less damage from them because I was amplified from Getaway Artists. But anyway, yeah, I was able to recraft the Adept version with Extended Mag. The reason I wanted that is because Bungie has said that they're going to be adding mods and they're reworking Adept mods to take away their penalties. So I wanted an Adept one because maybe Adept Mag will be better than Backup Mag. Maybe I'll be able to have 6 in the magazine. So there we shoot a Dragon's Breath and then we throw our melee to get Radiant and unravel it. So that takes that guy out in one shot. Which is good because he can probably be dangerous. And then I just back up and I'm actually going to take on the Hydra from here because I've taken him on from that spot by the Cyclops and he's just really annoying. Like he can just pepper the ground where you are, where you have a little more maneuverability over here. So you can see how nice Chill Clip is. I shot 2 shots, that froze him, and then he stopped dealing damage. And then I do 3 more shots. So now he's 1 shot. And what's nice about that is now I can take him out. So he's not going to be hammering me with that that purple torch hammer attack that he has. So then 1 sniper shot takes him out. And then you have like 28 seconds or something to dunk the charge. If you don't get it dunked in time and it despawns, then you'll just have another enemy spawn in. And you have to kill it and pick up the charge again. So here we have some wyverns. So I wasn't messing with them. I wanted to bait them close, and then I was going to pop my super because, yeah, like I said, Song of Flame just has like insane DR. So I'm popping all my abilities because ideally my Bleak Watcher will shoot the overload that's here. Unfortunately, he was way at the back. But yeah, I popped the Bleak Watcher so that hopefully he gets slowed. Because if he gets slowed, then I'm able to deal a bunch of damage to him in the super. And that's exactly what happens there. The Bleak Watcher stuns him. And then we're able to do a bunch of damage. Bleak Watcher stays on him. And then we use our sniper to clean him up. And again, that's just Dragon's Breath and Song of Flame being super, super strong. So yeah, that was really no problem. And it worked exactly kind of how I planned it. I wanted to pop the Bleak Watcher so that if the Overload Minotaur pushed me, he would stun, and then I'd be able to use my Song of Flame and take out that whole group of ads, which is what happened. So then here, again, I pop a Getaway Artist so I can get amplified. That's going to just allow me to run up here quicker. And then what you got to do is just shoot that with the Torch Cannon. I just let it pulse once, and then I shoot again. I don't know if it needs to be a fully charged shot, like in Grasp of Avarice, but I just did that technique there anyways. So then we come up here, and this is just the route I go. I'm sure there's other routes, but this is just what I like to do so that I can take out the pikes. So we proc Radiant, we get a Volt shot, and then we're able to just take out a bunch of the adds really quickly. I pop a Rift just because I saw he was rotating over, just being safe. And luckily we get a Finder Brick, which is really nice. And then we're just going to clean up the rest of the adds. And then this guy, speaking of Grasp of Avarice, I'm pretty sure that's the same name as the guy that holds the cannon in that. So now there's this vantage point, and it's really good for taking on the pike dregs. So we get one, and then we get a long shot there. We have Volt shot, and I'm just trying to land my shot on this drag, and we do. So now we're safe to keep moving. A catch comes in, so I'm just going to pop a Bleak Watcher to take out these advancing enemies. It slows them up, so now we can deal with them easier. So there, I do 2 melees to proc Devour. And then, yeah, we're just kind of spamming our abilities, take these guys out as quickly as we can. And then I think I messed this part up too. Yeah, so there's a barrier servitor, and yeah, I just messed this up big time. So I didn't want to shoot because, like I said, they'll teleport away from your shot sometimes. So then that heavy shank came over, and I was not ready for that. And then I also get hit by this skiff, so then I have to bail. Now I'm not able to stun the barrier. And then I miss the follow-up shot because it's a high-impact sniper, so it shoots slowly. So then I just have to get out. So basically I wasted a Dragon's Breath shot and a bunch of sniper ammo, which sucks because I actually need the sniper ammo on the walker right away here. So yeah, I messed that up, and that sucks, but it is what it is. So I'm not messing around with that heavy shank. I use my my Dragon's Breath on it. And I use a Dragon's Breath shot on the barrier. So yeah, that wasn't very good gameplay. I messed that up big time, but it is what it is. So here, I probably should have used Song of Flame, because there's really nowhere else that's that good to use it before the boss room. And maybe it would have done a bunch of damage to the walker, I'm not sure. But again, because I was low on sniper ammo, we're going to have a bit of a problem. Apply Volt Shot to him, shoot his legs, and this skiff is super freaking annoying, man. So I pop Transcendence, and that's so that I can get that damage bonus and just keep spamming my Radiant melees. But yeah, that skiff is just super annoying. And there, I almost die to it. So, yeah. Just had to play more passive than I wanted, which was really annoying because now these other enemies spawn in. Finally, the skiff goes away. But yeah, that part is just kind of annoying. You can kill that walker in one go because I did it on my other run when I went to the boss room. And yeah, because I had more sniper ammo. And I can't remember if that skiff was there or it just wasn't as big an issue or what. But yeah, now you can see we're out of sniper ammo. So we're just going to use Dragon's Breath and just whittle away the boss. Once that happens, the adds despawn. I didn't get any ammo bricks there, but whatever. Now we're on to this part. So I like to kill like everything in this room. Again, this is a very like safe build that I was running because of Devour and the Bleak Watcher and everything else. And then I know I'm not going to need my super till the boss room. So I'm like, well, and I know the boss room is next, but you'll see I have it like just in time. So I decided to pop it just because I had been low on ammo. So I wanted to use Song of Flame to kind of help me save ammo, but I got a whole bunch of ammo from all these enemies. So now I'm full on sniper, so I didn't need to waste my Dragon's Breath there. That was kind of dumb. But because I know I have special on the ground, I'm going to take out that barrier servitor, and then we pick up a green brick, and then we're just going to keep taking out all the adds, hoping to get some heavy ammo. So there's a bunch of those Duskfield shanks, but they move really annoyingly, as you can see. So once I shoot it, it's going to hide behind cover. The Fallen are giant pansies. They're always hiding, which is really annoying. But yeah, basically if I could get one kill, then I can proc Volt Shot, and then they go down a lot easier. So there's also a heavy shank. So I'm just like, whatever, I'll just use a Dragon's Breath shot on it. Fully expecting a Dragon's Breath shot to kill it, but it actually didn't. So that was pretty surprising. Because Solar Surge is on, as is Overload Rocket Launcher. So yeah, I can't recommend Dragon's Breath enough for this strike. So here, I'm just trying to get different angles to take out these shanks. Unfortunately, it's just taking a while. But luckily, we do get a drop from that guy. So that was really good. And we're just going to take out the rest of them. So there's our heavy drop. So now we're up to 5 Dragon's Breath shots, which should be enough for the boss room. And like I said, you can see that the Dragon's Breath was not enough to kill the shank. We take him out, so there's our way to the boss room, pick up an orb. You can see I'm like 2/3 to my super. No more heavy ammo. So we're just going to stay up here and shoot all these enemies. And the boss fight doesn't start until you kill the last enemy. So you can farm super if you want. Like you can just sit and just let your intellect slowly fill your super bar. But luckily, as you get kills, you also, as you deal primary damage and get kills, I guess, you also get super energy. So like I said, we time it here where I'm getting my super just at the right time. So there, that was a little sketchy. I hit like the corner and it wanted to like send me off. So that was weird. So now there's one enemy left. You can see we're almost at our super. And Song of Flame can basically do half the boss's damage. So like 1 damage phase. So it's really good. So here, again, pop a Bleak Watcher. Get my ability kill with the melee. Put in some chip damage on this guy. As soon as I feel I'm in even just a bit of danger, I pop my super. And between Dragon's Breath and the super, you can see we take him down very easily. And then there's just a bunch of other enemies up. So we're going to try to take them out. There's a Resilient Captain in mid, so he could be an issue. So yeah, this boss room is actually easier than it used to be. I struggled so hard in that boss room back in the day when I soloed this. And I think it was 3 phases. Where this one, it's only 2, and like I said, he's pretty weak. But damage over time has always been nice on this guy because he runs around so much. So here, things were looking a little sketchy, but I had popped Transcendence. So I just chuck out my melees, and we get a melee kill, which gives us Devour. Unfortunately, that wasn't reloaded, so I almost screw up here. But luckily, the barrier explodes, and then we get a melee kill, so we keep Devour going. And so yeah, that part was a little sketchy, but after that, we're basically chilling because now we don't have the barrier hob up. We only have the... Look, I already have my Transcendence back. So we only have the Overload Minotaur up now. And again, we just keep spamming our abilities, which is giving us Devour from Feed the Void. And once we have Devour, we just need kills to keep it going. We take out the Overload Minotaur. And yeah, again, you can see just how long our Transcendence is lasting because we're taking out so many enemies. And the other beautiful thing about this is building up our super meter so that we have it for phase 2, which is what we want. So that time I died, I think I panic popped my super here. Yeah, I was close to dying, so I panic popped the super. And then I didn't have it for the boss phase, and then yeah, I kind of just got overran. So this time I was making sure I had it. Again, the sniper is so good for these Hydras, but I didn't have it reloaded. So again, Chill Clip only works on the front half of the magazine. So I was expecting him to freeze and he didn't. But anyway, thank goodness for healing rifts. We take them out, get Bolt Shot, take those guys out really easily, reload our weapons. And then this is really lucky. I find a brick on the ground right here. And then I knew I had it. I'm sure Song of Flame could do it without, or my sniper. But yeah, just having some Dragon's Breath ammo was huge. So the other time when I was in the boss room, he spawned like right on top of me. So I was expecting that, and maybe he did and just ran away. But that was just a marauder that I saw. So So I'm just kind of baiting the enemies back and forth. I was waiting. I was like, where is this boss? And then I was half health there. So I was like, well, I better just pop. So then still can't find the boss. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me, man. Because I wanted to just melt boss here. That was the goal. Finally, I see him just as my super runs out. And luckily, we take out that captain because captains can be a bit of a problem. And then, yeah, now, again, I have experience in this Nightfall. So I was like, okay, I know if I just run around. And it's much easier to run around now because we don't have those shanks that slow the floor. So yeah, I'm just running around. Wasted my melee there, which was unfortunate because it's good to have melees. And then I just threw a Dragon's Breath on the ground just to hopefully hit some enemies and keep Devour up. And that's exactly what happens. So again, I've talked about Dragon's Breath being super, super good before. And you can see it just got a bunch of kills while we were just on the move. And then I'm just going to pop another Bleak Watcher. And now the boss is coming around. I wait and make sure I'm going to hit my shot. Then we pop Transcendence. And then we're just going to hit the boss one more time. And that's going to be it. So got a little scrambly at the end. Like I said, I wanted to just use a Song of Flame to melt him. But again, you can just rotate and be smart. And with all the damage over time that this build has with Dragon's Breath and Bleak Watchers and stuff, it allowed me to stay alive and just stay on the move. And then every time I got a kill, Devourer was giving me my health back. So that was it. I hope it was helpful. And if it was, a like and subscription would be greatly appreciated. Thanks for watching. Take care.